my name is Vila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I am doing DVD and Blu-ray giveaways for the next 2 months while the insufferable new season of Doctor Who airs, so you can have an idea what good Doctor Who is. The next DVD set I'm giving, the Blu-ray set I'm giving away is the specials, the David Tennant specials. So last week we gave away the beginning of his era. This is the end of era. Has Next Doctor, Planet of the Daleks, Waters of Mars, End of Time, Part 1 and 2. All you have to do to win is subscribe to the channel and leave a hashtag BowieBase1, and I will put all the instructions in the video. I am watching Doctor Who. I have been watching Doctor Who. I'm watching it so you don't have to. And you need to thank me. It's freaking awful. So I'm going to have to shoot this video in a number of segments because it's just doing my head in. I didn't realize how much last week broke me, which it really did. This is the first week I've ever seen Doctor Who, and I said, nah, I would switch off. I would really, if I wasn't doing these videos, I think I'm out at this point. It's just, I can't stand it. It's an awful, awful show. So I'm trying to, so I watched it last night, and then I kept falling asleep in it because it was so boring. And so I watched all the bits again. I was on the live stream on the TARDIS Zone with Noel and Blue Bonnet Who, and it was always fun. And so I had to watch it again before, like bits of it before the stream. I still can't remember much of it, so I've been sat down. I've been going over it, writing notes at each plot point, so I can give you a proper recap. So you don't have to watch this. I give you a proper recap, and but I'm like 21 minutes. How far am I right now? I am 21 minutes 40 seconds in. I have coming up to 2 pages of notes. It's just, so I'm going to record this bit, then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to start recording it. I'm going to watch a bit and tell you what happens, and we'll do that. And it's so freaking bad. Fine. So we starts off no cold opening. There's no lead in. Yeah. So what they lost with the cold opening, with getting rid of that, is cliffhangers. Now, cliffhangers is part of Doctor Who's DNA. It's like really important to Doctor Who, where it's where there was a worry that will be gone in this new era. So that's really where the cold opening came from, because you get this little scene and you get like this little mini cliffhanger, and then you're into the titles, and then you're kind of drawn into it. Without the cold opening, you're just like sucked into, boom, straight into, and this was a particularly uninspiring theme tune. Now, look, it's not the first time there's been a bad theme tune. Compared to the theme tune, I thought was pretty freaking awful. It was like, okay, and suddenly since go, oh no. But at least by then, we had some, we had a hook. We had something cool happening. This year, boom, straight into the suck of like the underwater Doctor Who. Oh God, awful. Okay, so, but they do something quite good in the opening few minutes by not having the Doctor in it. We worked out last night, the Doctor is a wrecking ball of suck. Whenever she comes on the screen, she everything falls apart. She is like the Chris Chibnall, Jodie Whittaker combination is the anti-Viagra of fan passion. It was so bad. So I'm fine. We have no cold opening. So we open on Nikola Tesla, who, this is the famous Tesla episode, who is, and his assistant, Miss Skerritt, who we never really explained who she is or what his relationship is. Maybe they, look, if I'm misstating, I'm sorry. It's so hard to maintain attention on this thing. Which is, look, this is essentially a bad children's program. It's not like a good children's program that Russell T Davies did, in the 90s. This is a bad children's program where nothing really matters or makes sense. So you have Nikola Tesla and his assistant, Miss Dorothy Skerritt. They're raising funds for this new project at their Niagara Falls power plant. And it comes out pretty quick that people think Tesla's a quack, and even though he does all this cool stuff, he makes electric come everywhere, it's just it becomes pretty apparent that these people think he's a quack. He's said he intercepted messages from Mars, and so that doesn't really help him. So in the power plant, a worker has died, and the person running the plant, I guess, says it must be one of Mr. Tesla's machines. So he's like, no, don't be ridiculous. No, these machines aren't dangerous at all. So then cut to it's evening, and he's working in there trying to work out why this person was killed and what could have happened. He said, you see, it's not my machine. Somebody took away parts of my machine, which made it dangerous. So then he hears like this clanking going on in the power plant at night. So there's him and Miss Tesla there for some reason. I don't know, they're inseparable. And they encounter this. There's a little green glowy ball. There's clearly alien that's floating around that starts to scan him. You see from the ball's point of view, like some DNA, like not DNA, some scanning information. So then they hear another sound, a big clanking sound, and they decide, we got to get out there now. Why they're supposed to be there? They're fixing why are they running, and why is the sound of clanking in there so terrifying? But okay, they run, and that's really much what a lot of this episode is. Like, just quick, do something! Nobody notices how stupid the plot is. They run, and all of a sudden, they encounter the doctor running in through a door while they were hiding. The doctor's got a little flashlight on her forehead for some reason to appear something. And again, whenever she's on screen, she is a wrecking ball of suck. Just knocking over like 50 plus years of fantastic entertainment in one entitled feminist swoop. Fine. So then she looks like the person she was looking for or chasing. It turns up, but there's a laser beam go off, and he's killed. It turns out to be one of Tesla's investors. And then he's shot by a laser beam by a creepy hooded figure. And so the doctor's like, into Tesla and Miss Garrett, who she has no idea about. Run! Ooh, run! And they run. And then for some reason, cut to we're on a train. Yes, what? How? So they went to a train as their getaway vehicle. And it's not like an individual car. It's like a full train. Like, okay, reasons, I guess. And then, you're on the train, and they go into a baggage car, and there's Yaz, Graham, and Ryan, all in period costume. I'm going to give Graham, like, an extra couple of points this week, because he was wearing a hat, which I thought was quite fetching. Yaz has her hair done up in, like, 1920s style, whatever year it's supposed to be. And they're in the baggage car. And so the doctors notice some weird energy, and she does like her breathless acting, so you can do exposition. And what a surprise! She's completely incompetent. The hallmark of the 13 Doctors is complete and total incompetence, and she hasn't been able to work out anything. She doesn't know where the alien energy that she's tracing is from, or what it is, or what's going on. She just managed to run away from a scary guy who killed an investor for some reason, maybe. And then she says, "Oh, by the way, who are you?" to Tesla and Scarrett, who they've been around for like for obviously a while. They got on a train together. They ran from Niagara Falls to the train station, got on a train, and they did it like they're running into another door. Like, okay, and so then she finds out she is Tesla. And then you get like that really crappy inspirational inspirational incidental music, like and she said, "Oh, Tesla, chuffing great, yeah, I love it." And then she lectures a bit more like a irate soccer mum. Then for some reason, the bad guy who they started chasing him at the factory turns up on the train. Okay, and this bad guy is in the greatest tradition of Warriors of the Deep, which is what makes sense because the alien is armed with a Silurian weapon, but like this alien just like stands still and lets them run away slowly. So she attacks him with a Silurian weapon. Ryan, Yaz, and what's the name? Graham. Run to the next car. Ryan is obviously too scared to jump to the next car. She needed Yaz's help and positive affirmation to get there because Yaz is the bestest. Why don't they just call her Mary? Why don't they just have a character called Mary Sue? You know, that would be fun. Just call her Mary Sue. Okay, so and then for some reason, Doctor Mascara and Tesla weren't. She managed to hold him back from the door somehow by waving her magic wand, Sonic. Like no idea what she's doing with it. And then he stops him coming from the door. So then he comes in through the roof, and then they run away to the next car badly. But again, the alien stands still to give him a good chance to run away. Doctor Destiny tries to uncouple the the car, and she takes the time out and said, "Oh yeah, it's all in a really bad, bit of ADR recording. Juvenile, it's all rusted over. Like this alien could have walked over and back several times now, but no. Aliens, they got to get away from the aliens because of reasons. So the Doctor then goes back into her lecturing mode again, and she says, "I've been looking for this alien energy, and it was at the Niagara Falls plant, and now it's on you, Tesla. What do you have?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got this thing, this green glowy ball thing, but I'm not giving it to you." She demands it. She says, "I'm not giving it to you because who are you? You're just a crazy lady. I don't know who you are. You're a crazy cat lady." So they say, "Okay, fine, I'll keep hold of it, but you can come and assist me looking at it in his lab." Fine. So they arrive there, and there's lots of processors outside of Tesla's lab. Edison is a bit of a rabble rouser. Essentially, Edison is another Trumper-like non-villain, much like the non-villain from Arachnid, the Trumper-like non-villain from Arachnid in UK, who seemed like a baddie pants, seemed like a meanie pants, but really wasn't. He seems like a meanie pants, but then turns out not to be. But he's still very bombastic Trumper-like, played by Phil Glenister from Life of Mars and Ashes to Ashes, and also who else? What else? Oh, of course, he was in Caves of Androzani. Oh, Phil! Oh, I'm so sorry. You went from Caves of Androzani to this. That's pretty bad. Okay. So yeah, again, so Edison has been spreading stories that Tesla's electricity isn't safe, so there's all these processors out the front. The wrecking ball of Suck continues as she explains what the ball is. She says, it's a Orbithacer is another meaningless sci-fi name. The Orbithacer, and it was used to spread her culture, the culture of the Thather, far and wide, but she doesn't know what's doing it. What a shock! She doesn't know what's going on. Again. When does the Doctor ever know freaking anything? Then Tesla gets a message saying, if I get this investment, we were good. And he opens the letter, and then obviously he says, I lost the funding that he was for his whatever he's making. And I'm not even 20 minutes in yet. There's so much plot in this. Oh, God, it's so awful. Fine. Then there's a flash outside the window. Somebody apparently has got an old-time camera, one of those big flashes, and they're using it to sneak outside and take a picture. He runs off. The Doctor pointlessly sonics for no reason. What's she doing? What are you sonicking there? And then the assistant, Miss Garrett, who we still have no idea what her deal is, says, "Oh, that's Harold Green, somebody who works for Edison." So the Doctor then says, obviously Edison's to blame, and he's using Silurian technology to try and get hold of this Orbithacer. So she comes up with this whole plot, this whole inane rationale out of nowhere, and spoiler alert, she's going to be proved to be totally wrong. But who cares? It's the 13th Doctor. She's always freaking wrong. So off they stomp to Edison. Stomp. I just knocked a light on the floor. That's how I'm upset. Okay, stomped away, and she confronts one of her stupid confrontations, which is and she's of course completely freaking wrong as always. She says, what do you know about alien technology? And I don't know. Tesla's the one who gets messages from Mars. And then then Ryan opens up his jacket and shows his Silurian gun, and then says, let's come and talk inside. And we're still not 20 minutes in yet! So they walk through his factory, lots of people working there, doing stuff, you see his big name in big lights everywhere. Yeah, again, very Trump-like. Trump puts his name big on everything. Trump down, Trump. So they're really playing him to be similar. I think this is as much as they can do this year as a commentary on Trump without getting in trouble, because this gives them, they think it gives them plausible deniability, but it doesn't. Right, so they get to the office, and Edison's like, "No, I'm not stealing anything from Tesla. I don't need to. I'm Thomas bloody Edison, for God's sake." So he likes the soldering gun, and he wants to buy the patent for it. So fine. So then we have. So then it's established that he maybe not be the villain, because then the Doctor is completely wrong, because the Doctor is always completely wrong. Then we have a little scene with Yaz and Tesla. I don't know, doing stuff. Yaz is probably giving him positive reinforcement so Tesla can be Tesla. And then the bad guy turns up at Edison's plant and creepily kills everybody there. Doctor does some more useless sonicking as bad guy bursts into the office. And she's trying and kills the priest. She doesn't know what it is. Like, he's stealing the faces he possessed. I don't know. And they run out and they discover that all the workers have been killed. And then Edison is shown to be a nice guy by being upset the workers were killed. The Doctor finds some chemicals to fight the bad guy, who apparently is just standing he's like just sitting and standing in the corner right now going, I remember one time I played, what's that game? Half-Life 2 or Half-Life, when for some reason I got ahead of the game, and so all the enemies were like AI bot. They were just standing there like waiting for me to trigger part of the game that will switch them on. It was really crazy. He must have been doing the same thing. Okay, fine. So let me go watch some more, then I'll come back. And I'm back after watching the rest of the episode and making notes. And it's so freaking awful. It's children's TV at its worst, with no thought of like internal cohesion, or it's just like it's like somebody had an idea of what Doctor Who was and did a skit about it. It's like one of those Victoria Wood Doctor Who sketches that you see sometimes as DVD extras. Okay, so where were we? It took me like an hour to go through this like half hour, 20 minutes left. So Edison wants to shoot the bad guy, who has left them alone for some reason, but the Doctor's aghast, like, no, you can't kill it, that's bad, even though she dropped a massive iron girder on its head earlier. But shooting is bad, dropping a giant girder on its head, no problem, because, I'm the Doctor, me, who cares? Okay, fine. And so Edison is just a wrong, toxic male for having a gun. Not Tesla, Edison. Tesla's working out how to draw alien energy from the alien ball and trying to work out what the hell it is. Yes, somehow has been imbued with this super science ability and explains the theory of radar to Tesla. I think spoiling it for him. Like, okay, fine. And then they work out the alien ball is actually scanning for something rather than giving out information. It's taking in information. Fine. Back at Edison. Back with Edison. The monster is just... Oh, yeah, so we're back at Edison's lab factory now. And the monster, who's just been waiting for no apparent reason, has decided to walk out the office into the trap the Doctor and Edison have set up for them. The Doctor likes a ring of fire around them using chemicals. But don't shoot it, because shooting it would be bad. Okay, no shooting, just burning and dumping a massive girder on its head. And later in the episode, they're going to kill them in many, many ways. But shooting is bad, because it's a toxic masculinity thing to do. Don't do that. So she traps the monster, and it starts to turn into a giant scorpion. And Doctor and crew runs away. Oh yeah. And the Doctor tries to say, "Oh, tell me what's going on." So the Doctor still has no idea what the hell it is. She has no idea what's going on. It's using some kind of cloaking device to like steal dead people's forms so they can hide. So the scorpion then teleports away, somehow, and they run away from Edison's factory back to Tesla's lab. But the doctor gets on the phone and says, "Yes, I worked it out. They're aliens." Really? She's just worked it out now. Oh no, we've worked out this alien, definitely alien. But be really careful because they can look like anything. Don't let anybody in. So they use the aliens. Meantime, has used this incredible disguising ability that they have, so they can walk into the lab with Mrs. Scarrett, but the alien's disguise still makes them have big glowy red alien eyes and go. So that's not a very effective disguise, really, is it? Fine. And they get into Tesla, and it turns out what do they want all along? Not the alien glowy ball thing, but Tesla. And then they zap away, they teleport away Yaz and Tesla. Why did they take Yaz? I mean, really? They're like, I'm going to take this incredible scientist and Yaz, because why not? So we get to the alien ship, and then we're introduced to, I think, the worst alien I've ever seen in Doctor Who. It's Arachnus ripoff, sort of. But it's like, okay, do you remember the Twin Dilemma, the first Colin Baker episode where you had these really bad aliens, which essentially just had like their faces painted blue, had big furry wigs on, and a pointy nose, and I think they were just terrible. So this is in the same ballpark. This is the same ballpark as that. It looked like a Power Rangers villain, like a really 90s Power Ranger villain. It was supposed to be a scorpion. Okay, so they're based on the arachnos. So I'm going to show you what a really good monster looks like. Right? Look at this. This is the alien Arachnus Queen. Fantastic action figure. This thing was like massive. Look, like they had an incredible budget to make this, and they just did it so cheaply and awfully. So she's in a costume, like she's got like half a tire, and I'm not even joking. It's like half a tire over her shoulders, like these shoulder pads. And I think it's the woman from the Sarah Jane Adventures, the Rani from Sarah Jane. And it's just such and they keep doing close-ups of her face to hide the terrible costume. And the close-ups are like, every like 10, like what? It's really bad, stupid. And again, it's children's TV acting. These are not real aliens, not real. I mean, obviously not, but the stakes aren't real. These are just like there's no internal like consistency to this alien race. Like it's just silly. So the TARDIS turns up at Tesla's lab, who's Mrs. Scarrett has just been left alone there after the Scorpions have zapped away Yaz and Tesla. There's so much plot. There's just so much freaking plot in this horrible episode. Like no character moments because nobody has any characters. So the TARDIS turns up, and so then they bring Mrs. Garrett into the TARDIS. Edison's on the TARDIS. So we got like a bunch. We got Ryan, we got Graham, Edison, Mrs. Scarrett, and the Doctor in the TARDIS. Very packed TARDIS. They use the alien ball thing to track where Yaz and Tesla went, and it's to an alien spaceship in orbit. So really, they needed to track it. How many alien spaceships are there in orbit around Earth in like the 19th century or whatever they were? The evil alien then tells the evil plan that they're harvesting the technology from wherever they can find it, and now they want to harvest Tesla as an engineer to put it all together and build it. Okay, they got a spaceship. They can go anywhere in the galaxy. Why are they going to 19th century Earth? Why not go somewhere like where they can get an engineer who is like familiar with the technology that they're using? No, it doesn't matter. Don't think about it. Don't think about anything, because then I don't know, your head will start to melt. They work out that in the TARDIS, they work out that the reason that these aliens showed up because Tesla picked up their signal from Mars. So they work out to go to the power station where that was built in Long Island somewhere. Borden Cliff, I think it's called, right? And again, this giant antenna there, everything in the Jodie Wicket era, they for some reason they're designing everything to look phallic. So this thing looks like it looks a lot like it looks like Alpha Centauri. It looks like a wire model of Alpha Centauri. And Alpha Centauri. It was from the Monster of Paladin, the Monster of Paladin, and the Curse of Paladin, and it was basically just a giant green ball with tentacles on it. And Terrence Sticks, when he went to see it when it was made, says, "Oh, that's pretty good. It looks like a giant penis, though. So can we do something about it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, we'll do that." And they put a cloak around it. And so they said, "Okay, now it looks like a giant penis with a cloak on." So that's pretty. Everything in the Jodie Whittaker era looks kind of like that. It looks very, very phallic. Okay, so Edison's amazed that he's realised the TARDIS has travelled, and then Graham is all like mocking at Edison's car, said, "Oh, I know you really want Tesla. You're just using him." And then you want to get him back because you think there'll be a payday. There's this real weird undercurrent that capitalism is bad. Capitalism as a way of driving forward technology is bad. And, okay, but is there a better way that we come up with, as a species? No, I mean, again, I'm not a massive flag wave for capitalism. I'm a believer in kind of balance. I think we should have something between the two. Not just pure capitalism, but capitalism has done a lot to improve the quality of lives and reduce child mortality. Just because it works. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but no, it's bad in Chris Chibnall's mind. So on the spaceship, the aliens want Tesla to work for them, and after he gets an inspirational speech from Yaz, who Yaz is the bestest ever, and I think because Yaz has no character whatsoever, no characteristics, they're just trying to give her like these Mary Sue characteristics whenever they need to. So they, in the void of a character, they can put Mary Sue-ness. So then after his pep talk from Yaz, Tesla refuses and says. And the alien of the evil alien in an army of very bad CGI scorpions, all hissing and scowl going, it's again children's TV, children's TV. It's kind of like what was that show? Was it Into the Labyrinth? Oh God, no! I remember when I was a kid. Was it Fleabag? Fleabag's on. I can't remember. Oh God, it's so freaking. And it's not even like old children's TV. This is like 6 to 7 year old children's TV. This is like early tomorrow people. It was an early tomorrow people. So the Doctor so happens to have an alien device that will transport her up to the alien spaceship, but it's going to take a little bit of time to recharge before she can get Yaz and Tesla back. Because Tesla's saying, no, we won't work for the Scorpions, who had a name, but I don't care. I'm telling you, I really could have done without watching this. This is the first time I've ever had a Doctor Who where I really wish I didn't watch this. I watched them before and go, but I've never given myself that mental permission not to watch Doctor Who before. It's never been an option. This is the first time it was a genuine option. So they're going to kill Yaz to get Tesla to work for them. Doctor shows up and she has one of her crappy lecturing conversations with the alien bad person, the alien Scorpion Queen, and then as they're waiting for the thing to recharge, so they can get back. It's so bad. They find she sees like a camera. You can't really tell it's a camera, and they use the camera flash to shock the Scorpion Queen. It's just like they let the camera flash go off, and they get the Scorpion Queen like oh no, it's unflattable light, and in that confusion, they teleport back down to Tesla's generator place he's trying to build. So then Tesla goes into the TARDIS with the other billion or so people, and you get the inspirational TARDIS music as he goes into the TARDIS. The Doctor talks with the Scorpions, who really, really want Tesla. They don't want to go and find another engineer who perhaps knows more about more futuristic technology. No, they want Tesla, and nobody else will do. If they could have just explained it, it would have made. But no, they're too freaking. These writers are. They're just not up to the job. So the Doctor says, "No, you can't have Tesla. You can't have Tesla. Nah." And the alien says, "Oh, okay then. So we're just going to kill everybody on Earth." And the Doctor's like, "What? Wait, what?" And she gets, she's got that like the oh crap face when she realizes that she's screwed up again, because that's what this doctor does. Tom Baker wore a scarf. Jodie Whittaker screws up. That is the definition of her doctor. Tesla walks out of the TARDIS because he hears the Earth is going to be destroyed, and he has a bit of a think to himself. So, I've got to give myself up. And he gets a bit of another inspirational speech from the Doctor, who spoils his future, tells him like stuff from his future. Just what the hell? Nothing matters. And they start looking at the power station to work out what cunning plan they can use. And they work out they're going to turn the power station into a big laser beam. After all that, they're going to turn it into a big laser beam. Tesla and Edison spar over capitalism a bit more for some reason. Then over this excruciating voiceover, the Doctor explains a plan. And again, this is children's TV. We are fully in children's TV right now. So her plan is that she's going to extend the TARDIS shields around the generator, while the Ryan and Graham and Miss Scarrett find things to defend themselves with when the aliens attack, when the Scorpions attack, and Edison and Yaz try and clear people away. So I don't really understand. They were clearing people away from like this busy street, but this generator is like in the middle of nowhere in a field. So I don't know how that's, again, it's one of the many things they just didn't think through. So there's clearing away. Yaz is trying to get people to go, hey, could you go, Chuck? Could you go? Is it my accent? Is that why is nobody listening to me? No one's listening to you because you don't matter. That's why no one's listening to you. Edison gets up and does his Trumper-like impersonation, but again, just like the guys from Iraq in the UK, who was a Trumper-like villain, turns out not to be a villain. Another Trumper-like villain turns out not to be a villain. He uses his bombastic Trumpness, his fake newsiness, to get everybody to clear out. Then the evil Scorpions attack, and oh no, Edison has a gun because he's an evil, toxic male. And we get Attack of the Bad CGI Scorpions, which they mainly use for the trailer. Thank God Edison has a gun because he's managed to shoot one, but Yaz instead, because she doesn't have a gun, she knocks over a stall of bread to somehow stop the advancing alien giant scorpions. Okay, I'm telling you what happened. I didn't make this up. This is actually what happened in Doctor Who. So, the CGI Scorpions attack, bad CGI Scorpions. They also attack the generator, but they're held back by the TARDIS force field. And then, of course, they have to have another problem so they can have something else to do for the next few minutes. And the Doctor says, we've got to drop the force field for 30 seconds before we can fire the ray gun thing. And they're about to do that. But then they realize the alien queen, the Scorpion Queen, is not on the ship. And because if you can't shoot them, no, but you can blow them up with a giant laser beam that will kill the alien queen and thus kill all the other Scorpions as well. That's okay. That's fine. But the Doctor screwed up again. What a shock! The Doctor screwed up again, and the Scorpion Queen is not on the ship. She's now back on Earth by the generator. She walks in, has a bit of a gloating moment. And the Doctor comes out and they lectures a little bit. When they're about to shoot powering up for the alien, to turn the Tesla's generator into a laser beam, that makes the TARDIS go into a blue lighting, which actually looked a lot better than the regular lighting. The Doctor comes out the TARDIS, has a confrontation with the alien queen, the Scorpion Queen. And the Scorpion Queen, for some reason, doesn't shoot her. I would shoot her just straight away. Not because she's a threat, just to show how useless she is. The Doctor tricks the Scorpion Queen into taking her teleporty thing. So then she uses her magic wand, Sonic, not knowing what to, gets the alien queen to teleport up to the spaceship. Tesla fires the ray gun, boom, blows up. Kills all the Scorpions, but at least it wasn't done with a gun. A toxic male gun. Thank God it wasn't done with that. How dare you? How dare you use a toxic male gun? So then the It's over. Everybody says goodbye. Yaz is a bit upset that nobody's ever going to hear of Tesla. Actually, I guess people are painfully ignorant when I've heard of Tesla. And finally, it's over. It's finished, and it was awful. It reminded me of when my kids were little. We had this big set of 20, 24, 26 books, each one on a different letter of the of the language. And I used to sit and read them the book, and it was boring as hell. This is A. Little A has a box. Little A fills this box with an apple, an artichoke, and all these little A words. So I always used to make up my own stories because I got so freaking bored. That's actually the worst bit about parenting. It's not dealing with your kids screaming and talking back to you all the time, or just being obnoxious teenagers, pieces of crap. It's the boredom. It's the boring repeating things over and over again. And that's why I fell asleep in this sodding episode over and over again. And it was like pulling teeth. I had to pull teeth to finish it, to write out what happened, and so I can recount it to you. I did it so you don't have to. All those videos, about 40 minutes? Still, it's better to watch this than don't watch it. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. It's terrible. It is terrible. It's awful. It's Chris Chibnall, Doctor Who. My name is Phila Beck and the Rabbi for Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Don't forget the new DVD giveaway. Bowie Base 1 is what you need for the hashtag. And have yourself a fantastic... Let me know what you think in the comments. Look, if you like this, please explain it to me. If you're somebody who likes it, don't just come up with a snide like, hey, toxic male, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Tell me why you like this. How did you like this? It was just horrible. And, I was watching social media last night as it was going on and seeing all the people say, wow, fantastic, it's great, yay, wonderful. And I'm just like going, how? And my theory is this. I think just most people are so bored with Doctor Who, like me, if they didn't have a real reason to watch it, they're not going to watch it. And so it's just left to like the rabid, crazy fans. I'm just checking to see if the audience rating is out for this week. It's refreshing. Oh, not yet. Oh, okay, I guess that'll be another video. So look, last week's audience figures was 4.19 overnight. So we went from 4.88 to 4.6 to 4.19. So that was a drop of just over 400,000. If they have a similar drop, the ratings will be 3.8. I think it's going to get a bigger drop because last week's episode was so freaking awful. My guess is looking at a 3.6 is their best hope. But yeah, I could be wrong. Let's wait and see. They also got an AI score of 77, which was one of the lowest ever. Of the return Doctor Who. It's the lowest one since Love and Monsters, which I kind of like. Love and Monsters. Love and Monsters is so much better than this pap. Oh my god. I might want to go and watch a Love and Monsters right now because it's so much better than this. Actually, I think Fear Her was worse than Love and Monsters. And then the first two episodes of the Exorcism run, before people realised it was good, it got like a 76 or 77. But it's the worst one AI since Love and Monsters. Before I sign off, one last refresh. See if we got the audience figures yet. Probably not. No, we don't. So I guess that'll be another video. My name's Phila Beck, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and have yourself a fantastic day. And please watch this video because, oh my god, aha! You don't know how much I tortured myself so you can watch it. Bye.